I've had this Escalade for almost 4 months now, and from all the issues I've ever run into, this may be the worst one yet. There's something that's been happening behind the scenes with this card I just can't figure out. And for a while, it didn't seem too serious. Until in my last video when I went to go top up the oil and found this. Before I get into what I saw, we need to go back 2 months to when I got my first misfire code. Misfires can either be super simple, like just replacing a spark plug, or can get as serious as a cracked piston. Before we jump into conclusions, we need to test out every possible cause for the misfire. Starting out with the spark plug. At first I just made sure all the coils were plugged in properly. Drove it for a little bit, thought it would go away by any chance, but no, it's still there. More things for us to fix, I guess. Alright, so long story short, I did take the car to the mechanic just in case it did keep misfiring. I didn't want to like put it on me and say, oh, I put the spark plug on wrong or something. So it's in the far back of the engine. Cylinder 8 is always annoying, so I just gave it $20 to just throw it on. But it is still misfiring. It's not the spark plug. Now I'm gonna look at the coil packs. But before I replace it, we gotta know if that's the issue. Cylinder 2 and cylinder 8, I'm gonna swap both coil packs. If the issue is the coil, cylinder 2 will start having the misfire. If the coils are all good, cylinder 8 should keep misfiring, which means that would be something else. Hopefully it moves to cylinder 2. Let's go find out. Alright, got this guy popped open. Make sure this coil pack is free. Let's just pull it out with 10 millimeters and do the same thing there. And my issue now, how do I get to that back bolt all the way down there? Let's see if it's out. Last bolt is out. This may be the one that's messed up, so we're gonna put this one in cylinder 1. I think it's in there pretty well. Now we're gonna bolt this guy back on. Oopsie. It's so cold. The back two are in. Just gotta finish putting these in. Should be it. And then we're gonna plug up. Alright, here's the click. Same with the back one. And the back one's in. I think that should be it. Alright, before I turn it on, gotta clear the code first. That was like 20-25 minutes. Would have been faster if it wasn't like 20 degrees right now. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we got the misfire. Let's delete everything. Alright, let's start it up and see. So far nothing is showing up and everything looks good here. So in a minute or two we'll take it for a drive and see if cylinder 2 starts misfiring.
A few moments later.
And it's back. The misfire is showing up again. So it's still there. I'm running out of things that could fix this. So hopefully we can figure it out soon. Now we are down to our last easy fix for the misfire. And instead of getting our hands dirty trying to swap injectors, there's a little trick that could save us some time. It's so cold outside. I think it's like 20 some degrees, but y'all know I'm terrible with cold. It's pretty straightforward. I just took one of these. Yeah, you kind of like put it where the injector is at. As long as it's not sounding different than any other injectors, I think we should be good. The injectors going bad isn't something I should be too worried about. I get a misfire like once a day. I just don't think that an injector would do that, but let's just check just in case and see. Oh my god, it's so windy. My camera died, but yeah, the injectors all sounded the same, which means that the cause of the misfire is a little more complicated than I thought. I definitely didn't ignore it and drive the car around for the next month or so with the misfire. Okay, maybe I did put it off a little too long, but things got really serious is when I popped the oil cap off to top it off and saw this 3 days before me and the boys planned to drive this Escalade over 1,000 miles into another country. We've been planning this trip for the last month or so, and I was planning on making a huge video of it. But when I ran into this, I was gonna call the entire thing off. But before I can quit, we have to give it a shot. With only 3 days on the clock, I had no idea what was causing smoke to come out of the oil cap. I've never seen that before, so I just went straight to the internet where after a good amount of digging, I realized it had something to do with the PVC valve, which confused me even more because nowhere online does it say my Escalade doesn't have a PVC valve and use an entirely different system. I spent about 4 hours going crazy trying to figure out where the PVC valve goes because I just couldn't find it until I got an idea. Let me ask ChatGPT. I asked it what kind of PVC system the Escalade uses, and it responded with everything I needed. And let me know that this car doesn't even have that. The entire oil pressure system is controlled from the driver's side valve cover. And here's where it really surprised me. I scrolled down a little bit to where it listed the symptoms for a bad valve cover, and I kid you not, it said specifically cylinder 8 misfires alongside oil in the air intake with smoke coming out of the oil cap. Everything finally made sense. We leave for Canada on Tuesday. It is currently Friday night and all the valve covers in the area cost over $200 and are out of stock at all the locations near me. But I found out if you just go to Amazon, the same brand, same model number, everything, straight from the company will only cost you $70, which just shows you how much AutoZone and Advanced Auto capitalize on convenience. It's pretty messed up if you ask me. Thankfully, this comes in on Sunday, so we're gonna be cutting it pretty close, but I think we could do it. But before we replace the valve cover, let me show you guys how much oil is in the intake. It's filled with oil. That is not normal. You see all that oil? This is leaking into the intake all the way back to cylinder 8. The valve cover comes in tomorrow. We only have 2 days to go to Canada. I need to get it open as soon as possible. When the valve cover comes in, we're going to stick it right on. So I need to get everything removed and ready for the valve cover. So we're going to do that now. And it's going to be right under all of this. We got to remove all the coil packs. It shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, that's it. Just let it sit out. Just connect this back out right here. I may replace the connector here too. This doesn't look too good, but there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just 4 of those and that's it? Wow. This is gonna be really easy. Holy crap. By the way, it did come. Same part. Now, yeah, we just gotta take it out. So I can't tell if anything is wrong here. I don't see anything wrong in here. Yeah. You want to see what I'm doing?
Wait, let me see. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if the car's gonna be ready in 2 days.
What the heck is that?
Oh, that's just like, car stuff, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just replacing that right there. You know what I mean?
Oh, fire. And it's like an easy fix?
Yeah, I'm about to put it back on, so it's really easy. It's looking pretty good. Really clean. I'm gonna wipe down the edges for the gasket to go in. This thing already comes with the bolts, the gaskets, and everything, so we just gotta go stick it on and we're chilling. Yo, get back on. Should be good. It's driving. We're gonna take it for a quick spin. I'm gonna drive for like 20 minutes. So far, we're going pretty good. It's pretty smooth. I do have to mention, from what I've seen everywhere online, if you don't remove the entire intake manifold and clean the intake and all that, degrease it, the misfire will still happen for the next like 100 or 200 miles. So as y'all know, I said that I'm taking the car to Canada. Now, before we take it to Canada, I'm gonna drive it 2 hours to where I go to college. My heart just froze. We got a bunch of like system 2 lean codes, so the car was running way too lean. I checked all the valves and everything, and I noticed back here we have a crack in this tube, so I'm gonna fix that. This one here is cracking. It's running perfectly fine now, so like we have no codes at all. The misfires still happen here and there, but it's not enough to where the engine code comes up. But everything's looking really good right now. Just got in the car, everything's looking good, no problem so far, so we're gonna keep rolling out. Let's see how long we can go with no codes. I wanna see how long we can do it. Before I made my last video, as soon as we get here, we hop in the car, I get like hella codes. So now I wanna see how much better it is and how it does before I just take it to a whole nother country. All right, we didn't lose any coolant, we didn't lose any oil. Everything's running smoothly for the first time in I don't know how long. Hey, we're just gonna keep rocking it. The Canada video as of now, oh, bro, how you gonna drive this slow on the freaking highway? Like, I don't get this, bro, come on. But what I was trying to say is, the more I drive this car, the more I feel like the Canada trip seems more and more possible. We're almost there. We only have like 30-some minutes left and everything's running smoother than I would have expected at this point. Like, that's it. Yeah, finally, about time.
You guys headed to Canada?
Oh, yeah.